Today's basic is really one of my favorites because I could eat it by the spoonful out of the jar, or I could use it in so many recipes. It's a perfect ice cream topping, and really it's a perfect topping for any dessert or just your finger. And soon you're gonna know what I mean. This caramel sauce is so simple, and really, once you make homemade, you're gonna wonder why you ever bought that jarred stuff. It has nothing on the homemade flavor, and it really is simple to make. I know a lot of people are scared to melt sugar on their own at home, and yes, I use what some people consider the more scary method of being it all dry. I don't put any water with my sugar when I melt it, but really I think it's just as easy and it goes quicker, and do it a couple times, and even the first time, you are going to understand why there's really no problem with it. To start, just pour your sugar into a large 4-quart kettle. The size of the kettle is important because you don't want it when you put the cream in at the end to boil over or get close to your hand, so use a large kettle. And then I use a little bit of a method to keep this safe. I put a little bit of corn syrup with mine. That just makes sure that you kind of don't take it past the point and make it too hard, because sugar, as it gets to a high boiling point, can overcook sometimes and get too hard. The corn syrup keeps you at a safe level and makes sure that it's always fluid and beautiful. Place this on the stove and then turn it to a fairly high, medium-high setting. Once it's been on the stove for a couple minutes, just stir it all together and make sure that corn syrup is completely incorporated into the sugar. If the corn syrup touches the heat by itself, it will kind of bubble and burn on its own, so you want to make sure to stir it into the sugar. Soon you will notice that it's going to start melting, and you'll see that by the dark amber color. Once it starts melting, you want to make sure to start stirring it constantly. This will ensure that it melts at an even pace and not just one side of the kettle or one side of your hot burner maybe. Stir it constantly until everything is smooth and you have a deep amber color. If you don't like the dark flavor sometimes, you can take it to a little bit lighter color. I like a very deep, complex flavor with my caramel, so I take it to this nice, dark amber state. Once you've made sure that all the lumps of sugar are out of it and it is completely smooth and at a good dark amber color, take it off the heat. This is when you want to be a little bit more careful. Have your cream pre-measured and slowly stir in about a tablespoon at a time. And I say at a tablespoon at a time because, as you can see, as soon as that cream hits the pan, it bubbles vigorously and wants to come up the sides. So just let it calm down a little bit and stir it constantly. Stir it until it's completely smooth. If it seems to want to get a little lumpy on you or crystallize just slightly, you can put it back on your heat just for a little bit to make sure it smooths out, but then take it back off directly again. To finish this off, you just want to add your flavorings. I like to add a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of rum. Rum is so good in caramel sauce, and actually one of my favorites is the Kahlua rum. It has almost a caramel flavor of its own, and added to this, it really deepens the flavor and makes it delicious. To finish it off, just a little bit of butter. This smooths it out, keeps it fluid, and adds a really rich flavor. Then it's done, and you have the most delicious caramel sauce ever. This stores beautifully in your fridge for up to 2 weeks, but if it's anything like at my house, it is not going to last that long. This is so good on ice cream, on brownies, in your favorite recipe, or mix it into your favorite coffee drink and have your own caramel sauce. I really can't think of a better basic video that I think you're going to use time and again. If you agree, make sure to click like below, and if you want to see more great videos and tips and basics, click subscribe and you will become part of the Gray Boxwood family. I love to hear from you guys, so leave a comment. And until next time, can't wait to see ya.